Alright guys, this is my first time ever doing commentary on a video. This is also a little bit something different for this channel. I have never yet played an actual English release of a game. As the main point of this channel is to showcase import games that did not come out here. We've really been focusing on the Super Famicom, although we did just touch on the second Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color, which did not come out here in the States. Did a quick playthrough, beat the first rock club leader, first club leader I guess I should say, instead of gym leader I almost wanted to say. But anyway, I implore you guys to check that out. There is no commentary. This is the first video with some commentary we will be doing. I hope you guys can forgive me if the audios are too low, too high, somewhere in between, because I've never done this before, and the right balance will have to be found, and it might not happen in this first video. I am hoping you guys will still be able to hear the soundtrack, because most Pokemon games typically have a pretty decent soundtrack, but I also want you guys to be able to hear me for when I speak as well. So let's give this a shot. First commentary ever for one of these videos. I'm hoping it goes well. But here we go with Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. The reason we're doing Yellow in English is because, believe it or not, it is really the only Gen 1 game that has really no difference between the English and Japanese versions. As we watch the intro here, the reason that the Japanese green and red are different, obviously we never got green here, but I would almost call the Japanese green and red like beta versions of Pokemon almost. They have completely different sprites for the most part. Some of them you won't probably even be able to recognize as I play with the volume a little bit here, guys. And we lost the audio for a brief second. Also, their Pokemon are in somewhat different locations. If you guys have watched the Mount Moon part of the Nuzlocke, you might notice things like Paris appearing on the first floor of Mount Moon, and I think Clefairy can appear on any floor. I also think the levels might be a little bit different. I think with Pokemon Green and Red, they can appear at higher levels. Our Pokemon Blues, for the most part, as we don't really want the intro to play again, match, except for some in-game trades and all that. But anyway, let's get back to Pokemon Yellow, as I probably have drifted off topic a little bit too much. So here's Professor Oak telling us about the wonderful world of Pokemon. There's our happy Pikachu, which actually says its name. Nope, he's too old to go explore the world, so let's go do it for him. You know what, I'm just going to put Spunic in here. I kind of hate that there's no lowercase letters. Now I can stare at my name. Capture. Oh wait, I'm dumb. Look at this. Down on the bottom in big letters, and I miss it. Sure, I'll hear something about that. And here's our rival. Blue or Gary. Our John. I'm actually just going to call him G-Flan. And that's a short name for a good buddy of mine. So that's the reasoning for G-Flan there. Here we go on a wonderful adventure. As I just got shrunk down. Huh. Is this really how yellow looks? Is yellow blue? Anyway, let's withdraw the potion out of the computer here. I think that's been a staple in every game. Let's try to walk up in the grass. That triggers oak. That was close. And as you know, in every Gen 1 game, Pikachu just appears on the very first route. It's very traditional. Not really. But Oak, he's not a normal trainer. He does not even need to damage or inflict a status condition on Pikachu. Catches it in a Pokeball. He's a boss. He's a boss trainer. Here we are in Oak's lab with G-Flan. With one Pokemon left. So you guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never read the Pokemon manga. I'm assuming that this is supposed to be based off of Ash kind of getting Pikachu, but I don't know who Red starts off with. So I'm not sure if this is more based off of the anime starting with Pikachu, or if this is also a throwback to Red. But I sure know that it was the anime that I think really brought Pikachu into the limelight. And I think for this time around, I will not be nicknaming Pokemon, as I'm sure that will cause some flack. That I've just never been the best nicknamer, and I don't want to do it right now, I guess. I think maybe next time we do a maybe if we can do a live stream, I think that'd be something fun to get involved with the chat and see what we can come up with. But I think for the first time around, we will avoid nicknaming. I think some people are going to hate me for it, but... Okay, here comes G-Flan. I don't even remember what he starts out with. Is it Squirtle, or... I don't think they give a weakness. Oh, it's Eevee, that's right. Completely had me fooled. I have not played Yellow Version for a long time. Holy. Of course, the critical comes in. Karma should allow me to paralyze him. I'm kind of hoping I'm gambling on paralyze here, but... Oh, there we go. Karma comes in to save the day. Uh-oh. Oh. This is a great way to start off our first commentary, as G-Flan destroys me with a critical hit. I had really, really hoped that he would not take me down in one hit after the tail whip. But my fault. So that's a great way to start out our first Nuzlocke with commentary. As we soon learn, very similar to Ash, that our Pikachu does not like to stay in his Pokeball. And this is kind of an interesting feature that I think it would take a while to come back, but Pikachu will show us how he feels. Obviously very upset that we lost. I'm not very thrilled about that either. I was very close to using the potion, which I should have. Oh, color change. Okay. I work as a Pokemon. Free potion here, guys. For those of you who might not know, which we will need because if I allow Pikachu to faint again, that is the end of Pikachu. Technically speaking, from my understanding, is that if a Pokemon faints in the first beginning battle with your rival, it's okay. But afterwards, it's over. So, I'm hoping that's the correct interpretation of things, and that I'm not shooting myself in the foot and I'm going to get flamed by people telling me this should already be over. Let's see if we can find anything. I mean, kind of weird that nothing. There we go. Popped up the first time we walked through here. So here's Pidgey. I do like... I think the sprites look much better in yellow than they did before, and the coloration is very nice touch too. Man, if Pikachu kills those in one hit, I can see that this is not going to be a fun route to catch Pidgey on. Once we actually get Pokeballs here. Rattata survives. There's a critical hit when you don't need it. Look how these games roll. Of course, now we're picking up Pokemon on our way back. You know, I have read and have heard how it was very, very difficult for them to put Pikachu's voice file in this game. It was something not really done at the time, and I heard it was a pretty complicated process for them to get that rolling. So here we should get the Pokedex. I think G-Flan should be walking in the door too. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the great G-Flan. Oh, we'll beat your Eevee next time, don't worry. Here Oak, I think, tells us he's too old to venture the world. I thought he mentioned something about that. That was his dream, here it is, but I'm too old, I can't do it. Yeah. G-Flame can do it all. Here he is being a douche. Telling me I can't get a town map from his sister. should give me one anyway. She's nice. If I remember correctly, in the anime, at least, her name is Daisy. She's not mentioned by name in the game. Here we go with color changes. Maybe I just haven't played. I mean, I know Green version didn't have all these color changes. That might bother me for a little while here. Should be a little one-shot Pidgey. See you later. Level 6. Oh good, Brawl and Tail Whip. Now, I think if we had won the battle against G-Fly, we'd already have been level 6, but... I think it's also funny the way Pikachu walks, his little feet shuffling along. Kinda cool. So let's go to the Pokemon here, and... let's buy like 10 Pokeballs for right now. Technically I should buy some potions eventually, but we still have 2. Let's go over here first. I really hope we don't kill our first Pokemon. This Nuzlocke started off so well with our loss to G-Flan. So, we get Nidoran female. Oh, level 2. Level 2. I don't really know what their catch rate is, especially in a Gen 1 game. It's a little concerning to me. Oh, 30 out of 2 shakes. I don't know if I would kill it in one shot, but it just scares me that it's level 2. And this is obviously not working very well. This may be a waste of Pokeballs right off the bat. Okay, alright, we did it. New Pokedex. Data will be added for Nidoran. Now my only problem with this capture is it eliminates Nidoran male, and I think Mankey appears on this route in this game. I really, really, really hope Nidoran female learns Double Kick. Otherwise, this might be annoying to fight Rock. This game has some balancing action going on, but I thought giving you access to some early fighting moves. Well, Pikachu's way behind me now. Actually, I wonder if I should. Yeah, Nidoran was at 4. Just wondering if Nidoran would be a better. How do you feel now, Pikachu? He doesn't look too happy still. Alright, I'm gonna go with Nidoran female in the front because, well, actually Pikachu might have been able to handle this a little bit better. Oh, thank you. That's always good to have. Oh wow. Well, we damaged Rattata. That's gonna have to be enough. Raticate is not actually a bad Pokemon in the beginning of the game. So I'm not too upset about not getting Pidgey. Flying type coverage. It's always good to have a flying type Pokemon, I think. But we still have opportunities to capture Pidgey down the road. So, okay. My main hope, I guess, right now is that Nidoran female is actually going to get a fighting type move. That would certainly make Brock a little bit easier. Eternally Green Paradise. Okay. It really is pretty green. I think we get to watch the old man teach us how to capture Pokemon, which we've already done. So, it should be a really good lesson. Alright. I don't think this has always been a Rattata. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. And he failed. I forgot he does that in this version. I thought it was a Weedle before in the older games. Even older than Yellow. I'm talking green, red, and blue. Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Is this a new route? I think it is. I don't think this is route 2. Alright guys, so let's go up into the forest here, Viridian Forest, and we'll capture what I believe to be basically our last Pokemon before Brock, and it will be Caterpie, level 6. Oh crap. And this is already dangerous because I forgot Nidoran female was in the lead. Luckily Caterpie goes for a string shot here. And not an outright tackle. And it still wants to play a string shot. Alright, no critical, that's good. No! I shouldn't have said anything because of course there's the critical against me. Alright, so that's a good quick capture, which we have not had yet. So, we do have the level 6 Caterpie, which is actually kind of nice because I'm pretty sure what that means, 1 level up, and Caterpie evolves, then we can get Metapod, so that's kind of a good deal there. I am kind of glad we got Caterpie, because in my Pokemon Green playthrough we got Kakuna, and we basically did not have an actual attacking move until level 12. Because Beedrill, I think on like Butterfree, does not learn an attacking move right away when it evolves. let's see here. I want to do something for a second, guys. Because I am having a little bit of an issue here with not knowing what route is north. Route 2 is north, but I'm trying to figure out what the route to the west is. Okay, so those are different routes. Alright. That's what I didn't know, and I didn't want to infuriate people by capturing a Pokemon that I shouldn't be capturing. I kind of thought the routes were different, and that it's Route 22 that appears to be going towards the Elite Four and the Indigo Plateau and all that. So I think Pidgey is the only option in this tall grass. Okay, we need to get Pikachu out of here. Or I should say Nidoran female. Out of the lead, possibly. You know what? Before we capture Pidgey, let's do some grinding a little bit here. Because I think Nidoran female, as is gonna probably get beat down by a Pidgey. Still being level 2. So, let's not do that. Let's not get beat up. So let's go back to heal. Let's check this out here. Go back to Route 22, I guess it is. Man, we're just gonna have to be careful here. I'm gonna speed things up. Oh, here's Spearow. So, just so you guys know, we are playing this on Visual Boy, and we will be trying to speed up the grinding here, so you guys are not sitting here. I was afraid of. I just don't want you guys to have to watch the grinding, in real time. So we're gonna try to use our powerful spacebar and speed things along a little bit. I still gotta tackle through the paralyzed. This route's gonna be a little bit dangerous. It's kind of scaring me with the Mankeys added in, especially if we're gonna raise Rattata. We may end up having to go to the forest to do that. Wow, Mankey really was trying to lower our defenses there. Now, I don't find this to be as bad as like Pokemon Green was with critical hits, but still always a concern to watch out for here. Well, we got a good critical hit there. We're going to be making some more runs back to the Pokemon Center because we are trying to leave Nidoran female out the whole time. I definitely want to keep an eye on what she's learning. Because personally, I got one of these in Pokemon Green, and I found her so far to be a little underwhelming. Because I know that her next move in Pokemon Green after her standard Growl and Tackle is Scratch. And then she learned Poison Stick. And then she evolved into Nidorina, and that's all she has. So, definitely not been the most useful Pokemon so far. And this is where the benefit of Nidoran male would have come in. Because I think we would have got double kick. And yep, here we go with Scratch. Which I think is a boost over Tackle. But it's just not... I don't know. Just not what we're looking for here. But anyway, let's see here. Oh, Nidoran females. I forgot they were here. Well, let's see if it's going to be Pidgey or perhaps we'll have both Nidorans. Okay, it's Pidgey. Well, let's try to go for Tackle. See how much damage we do now. We can get another Tackle off, definitely. We'll be okay as long as we don't get a critical hit here. Alright, we're in the yellow. Both of us are. Let's hope we get first Pokeball here. We only have 3. But I'd rather not keep taking Gus. Alright. Another good clean capture. So we've had a couple in a row now. There we got Pidgey, the teeny bird Pokemon. Alright, we're rounding out nicely here. I mean, this really is still not the best team to take Brock on with. But it's gonna have to do. We're gonna make it work. I know we can make it work. It just, I keep saying this, but there'll be a lot of benefit here if Nidoran female does learn a fighting type. I really, really, really hope it's not just Nidoran male. Really hoping. Alright guys, so yep, hope I come back to the hospital here. Okay. So here's what our game plan is going to be. Basically, I want to get everybody up to level 10 before we go into the forest again. That means all 5. I want to get these guys up to level 10. So we're going to begin the grinding process here. So you'll be hearing the fast forwarded music. After we all level 10, we'll fight G-Flan and get our revenge. Because I'm pissed off at him. He's gonna go down, and then we'll see what moves everybody has, because we might have to do a little bit more grinding with this team over what I would normally do. Because in Pokemon Green, I started out with Bulbasaur, so we're just gonna have to be careful with Brock. I think he has 1 trainer in there. But... Alright, so here is a Wild Mankey. And a good critical hit. 52 EXP, not bad. Level 2 skill I wish these things were always level 2. I don't know about you guys, but Spearow, they always piss me off because they always appeared at like level 5. And it just seemed like they always did way more damage than the Pidgey. And you just have to be really careful with them when you're grinding stuff up, because at this point you probably are, you know, you have a Caterpie or you chose Bulbasaur. Definitely gotta be careful with them. And even like Rattata with its low defense and stuff, they're always something to watch out for at the start. I do like the Mankey seem to be pretty decent EXP. Okay, so we got an Nidoran female up there. Here goes Pikachu, who is probably going to take a crap ton of damage. Now Spearows are basically fodder for Pikachu. Which is good, at least they're fodder for something. I have been lucky enough in non-yellow Nuzlocke to get Pikachu. I think the last time I did a Nuzlocke Pokemon Blue version in Japanese, that's not on this channel, it's not on YouTube, but I was lucky enough to get a Pikachu. My Pokemon Green run, I was actually lucky enough to get a Fairy. That was close. We could have almost triggered our battle with Chiefland. I think we could have won, but I obviously didn't want to trigger it. I do plan on uploading. I would like to play the rest of the Gen 1 games in Japanese, but we'll do the yellow version here in English to kind of give everybody something on this channel. I think some people obviously want to see things in a language they can read, which is understandable. Oops, I thought we almost healed twice. But anyway, like I said before, there really is no difference between the Japanese yellow and the English yellow, unlike the other games in Gen 1, where it kind of changes around a little bit. Really kind of stays that way for quite almost the rest of the series. I mean, there's never really any big differences, and maybe we'll do a video on this, because the only other big difference later on that I'm remembering is Pokemon Crystal. The Japanese cartridge had Suicune's little crystal-shaped headpiece on the back of the cart. And if you actually played the Japanese Crystal, we hit level 10 for Pikachu. We'll work on Caterpie now. But if you actually played the Japanese Crystal, you would notice it really extended Pokemon centers. And they probably make you go, why the heck is the Pokemon Center really stretched out? The Japanese Crystal version actually contained something kind of cool. I don't think we got even I think it was an attachment for it, obviously. But in the Japanese Crystal version, there was kind of a multiplayer option through your cell phone, using the cell phone network for kind of like a long-range multiplayer like we kind of know it today online. So that is kind of interesting to me, and I've never obviously been able to try it out, because I don't think it really works here in the States. kind of a cool thing to talk about and say. It would have been cool to have, but so let's see here. I really would like to just get this thing to a Butterfree already. Alright, I think we're going to see our first evolution here. Very nice. Here's the fantastic Metapod with Harden, which we have quite a number of jokes for, right? But anyway, so here's our Metapod with its really awesome looking eyes. I think it's always had some really funky looking eyes in all the Gen 1 games. So let's heal. If Butterfree gets confusion pretty quickly, I think that will be kind of an asset to block the special attacks. Okay, we're kind of also lucky that nothing has Poison Sting right now. Because I think both the Nidorans eventually get Poison Sting. Just kind of fortunate that that has yet to happen. Obviously, the Metapod's awesome attack power. His tackles will quickly knock out any Pokemon. Okay, I can get in there. We didn't really want to see. Ooh, that was a nice critical. Careful of the spacebar. Alright, there we go. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get to Fit Rock in an episode here. I traditionally try to keep Nuzlocke episodes under an hour and 30 minutes. Really not like to end it before. We're almost to 45 minutes here. Oh, level 5 maybe. Second here, guys. Alright. We're gonna want to switch. Yeah, I'm still so cautious, like thinking he's gonna use a fighting type move, but, you know, kind of the bummer speaking on that, you know, so many of these flying types have normal attached to them, so then fighting does neutral damage instead of us being able to resist it. Otherwise, I'd really like to send Pidgey out all the time. Alright, we're level 9. Getting close. You guys won't have to stare at Metapod anymore. We'll be free. We'll be free soon. So, like I kind of mentioned before, well, this will all be over, this whole globe grind. Oh gosh. Level 6. We just want to get to level 10. That's what we're trying to get everybody at before we get to the forest. I don't know how a lot of other people play Nuzlocke, because technically speaking, on an emulator like this, we can sit here and hold the spacebar down all day, and you know we could probably be level 20 before we get to Brock. I try to balance things out a little bit, because obviously we don't want to level so high that we can't catch anything. But we also want to basically be in a comfortable position with, you know, not getting destroyed by wild Pokemon and trainers Pokemon. I don't want to do that. So I normally set level caps for myself, like, okay, we all want to be level 10 before we enter the forest here and get through that. And then I kind of just want to see where the team's at, because we may end up having to level up female Nidoran and Butterfree. I mean, I really am still hoping that female Nidoran... Oh, there we go. Here comes Butterfree. Nice. Free of Metapod. Okay, and we did get Confusion right off the bat. That'll be kind of useful against Brock. As long as Brock doesn't have Rock Throw on everything. Did Butterfree only gain 1 HP? Okay. Rattata is probably going to be the harder one to raise. Because Rattata suffers a similar Pokemon issue as Pikachu, and the fact that they don't really have good defense, and kind of get beat up if you're not careful. Kind of raising both of them at the same time here, Pidgey. Rattata. Oh, not be so cautious with Rattata. Alright. So, Rattata's level 4, so we'll work on Rattata here, we'll finish Rattata, and then we'll get Pidgey up 4 levels, guys, and then we can advance. I'm sure everybody's waiting to get past this whole fast-forwarded music. Kind of glad we got a couple evolutions in early for you guys to watch that. And I think Confusion is going to be a big asset for us. Future, short term here. Be careful with that. I've said that 100 times, I feel like. Because I'd rather... That was kind of a gamble. Pretty sure if I had missed with tackle there, he'd scratch me again, I'd be dead after that clear. I don't know. I just did not... I've had a past problem of kind of gambling on things in Nuzlocke, and I'm just trying to be careful this time around by going back to the Pokemon Center quite a bit here. Oh, we got Quick Attack. That is always a helpful move on Rattata early on here. I think, anyway. Well, it'd be nice if we weren't fighting level 2 Pokemon. I guess we go one level up from level 3. But you can see it does more damage than tackle, obviously. With the benefit of going first most of the time. I mean, Rattata is pretty fast anyway, but... Oops. Let's tackle. Could be attack does a little bit more damage in most cases. Spearow. So, we're really finding a lot of these level 2s, which is not what I want. Here's level 4. Guess I shouldn't say anything because I keep jinxing myself. Level 9. One more level, guys, for Rattata. And then we'll be done with Rattata times beam. And I'm gonna have to go to the Pokemon Center. One more battle. What a great final battle. Alright. Heal up quick. We'll be going back out here. Another Rattata. I'm gonna check and see if we don't level up here. See how much more we have. 94. Oh, here's a good one. Level 5. Should be able to 52. So one more here. Alright. That's what I like to see. Alright, guys, let's work on Pidgey and then. Yeah, let's not do that though. Alright. Work on Pidgey. 7. Oh, Pidgey's taking a lot of critical hits here. Call Pidgey a critical hit machine. Okay, how many battles in a row has Pidgey gotten critical hits? Oh my goodness. Alright, that was the first time in a while it felt like no critical hits. I don't know what's up with Pidgey. If Pidgey could do this all the time, against like not level 2 and 3 wild Pokemon, like it's good trainer Pokemon, that'd be awesome. Alright, let's go heal up actually, because Pidgey really has no PP left in Dust. Alright, you know what? I think we'll start out with Pikachu. Yeah, we'll kind of play from there. Let's go beat up G-Flan this time around. It'd be pretty amazing if either of us had enough badges already. Not really sure why he's already trying to go to Pokemon Lane. Kind of weird to me. In this version, he has Spearow. See, I always remember him having Pidgey, and I think that's how it is in the older versions, but... Oh, there's a critical hit. Nice. Who do I want to use a Eevee? Let's test out Butterfree. Alright guys, here's that Eevee that defeated us last time. I don't think we're going to get any confusion off. Oh, here's Tail Whip. I mean, I don't think we're going to confuse these either. Ooh, Sand Attack. No, hopefully we don't miss, because... oh, of course. Of course. Come on, Butterfree. Alright, we finished it. Well, G-Flan is down this time. I have to figure out how to get past them. Alright. One last battle here, I guess. Then we can move on. Alright guys, so now I'm going to stop the fast forwarding here because I only use the fast forward option when we're grinding. If it's our first time exploring the area or trying to do some story events and all that, I do not like to use the fast forward for obvious reasons. So, as we make our way through Viridian Forest, we will not be using the fast forward. Although I probably should buy some antidotes. Although one strategy I kind of have is we do have Nidoran's female who is poison type, and I do like to use her against Weedles, but to play safe we will buy a couple of antidotes. I'm not going to bother with Pokeballs right now because we basically cannot catch anything until after we beat Rock. So there isn't much of a point at the moment to invest our money in more Pokeballs until we get a little bit of a payday from Brock. So let's get through the forest here and kind of see what our movesets look like. I'm not really liking them right now, to be completely honest with you. I mean, Butterfree has Confusion, which will do decent damage. Let's here's a Metapod. Here we go, critical. Now, I've always found Metapod and Kakuna. I'm not even sure if Kakuna can be found in this version, but they've always been decent EXP machines this early in the game, if you run into them. We got a free Pokeball here. Always nice to pick up in a Nuzlocke, especially. I'll have Pikachu kill this Caterpie, and then I might switch our lead out. Let's go to Pidgey. I mean, I just want to level up something else here. Level 5 Caterpie. I'd like to get to our first trainer battle for you guys here soon. And the forest, and Viridian Forest here anyway. Basically, I think our first battle that is not G-Flan. It's been a while, guys, so I don't always remember where every item is. And I'm probably going to miss some items that are hidden, so to speak, where you have to hit the A button and you step over a tile, or on the tile, or next to a tile. So, I'll probably end up missing those, but we'll do our best. I don't know if there are any hidden items in the forest, Meridian Forest or not, but alright, critical hit takes down the Caterpie. And another Caterpie, so I'll just keep Pidgey out. It's mainly Weedle that I'm a little bit more concerned about. I don't really care about Caterpie so much. And we have taken down our first trainer, and then we get a level up. So basically taking down our first trainer that is not G-flat. And let's take the back road here. Hey buddy. Hey, I'm right here. You just can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. Here is a Metapod. So we should get decent EXP from this. I think we fought a level 6 wild Metapod and it gave us 61 EXP. I thought the trainer Pokemon give you more. I guess we'll find out, especially since Pidgey can't stop getting critical hits. Yeah, definitely gives us more as a trainer Pokemon. Since Pidgey's already leveled up, let's get Butterfree. Let's get Butterfree a try here. Chance to get some more EXP. For a second there, I thought he missed. There's always that pause. And Caterpie is down. And it's another Metapod. We'll just leave Butterfree out. Since Metapod will be good EXP, easy EXP, especially since it can't really do anything. Very nice. I ran out of Pokemon. That's how it goes. Go over here. Yes, found an item. A handy dandy potion. We'll go back here. I don't think there's anything back here. Yeah, I remembered that right. Now, this guy being here, I don't remember if he was always there. Might be wrong. Got another Caterpie here. Alright, so. And guys, I apologize if there's any background noises. One of my roommates just came home, so I hear footsteps, animals. So here we go, 90 EXP from that. I really want Butterfree to level up. So let's throw Butterfree back out and see if we can get a level up. Oh, a critical hit. And a confusion. And the perfect trifecta here. Critical hit, confused, and gets hit and confused. We got the trifecta from confusion there. And we got the level up. Couldn't ask for much more. We'll probably toss out Nidoran. Actually, let's do that now. Because I think the next guy is going to... It's really weird to me because I thought more of them used Beetle. older versions, or even a Kakuna. It's kind of weird that we didn't see any of that. There's a lot of Caterpie everywhere. I mean, I don't think maybe they appear in this game. I don't know if they're wild. I don't think they appear in the wild. I'm just saying I'm a little bit surprised that the trainers. I thought there was more of them had Weedle, or at least one of them. I for sure know the older game that the guy we saw right across from me has a Weedle, as I accidentally used Growl. But we'll see if he has them in this version. And that's why I liked the Nidoran female so much in Green initially, was that she was a poison type. And kind of really helped us just get through the forest without getting poisoned at all. Can't remember. Yep. That's another potion. I was gonna say Pokeball. I also thought we got an antidote in here somewhere, but alright guys, here we go. Let's see if he has a Weedle or something in that line. Oh, nope, it's a Caterpie. I guess Weedles died. They are 100% extinct in yellow version. I think we're going to be joined by a cat. Our cat Boo has joined us for the Nuzlocke. Thank you, Boo. I'm sure everybody will be glad to have you join in the Nuzlocke. Your opinion is very valuable. Alright. Oh, no, more critical hits everywhere. Alright. Caterpie's down. And a level up for us. I'm really thinking that we are not going to get double kicked from this Nidoran. We may have gotten the wrong gender of Nidoran. Not that we had a choice, with it being a Nuzlocke, but our luck of the draw, so to speak, may have screwed us out of that one. And more critical hits, which seems to be a theme with this game. Especially with Pidgey, but I guess Nidoran's hopping on the critical hit train. Hi, Boo. Now we've gone to a little bit of a gray color. I wonder if that kind of has to do with gray might be associated with rocks. And of course Brock is our rock type gym leader. I really like that. That Chansey does not really look happy at all. Like, she's trapped it behind the counter. It's over. Yep, who agrees? Here's Jigglypuff. I think Pikachu just fell asleep. That's funny. I like that. I did not know that Pikachu fell asleep. Oh. So that's kind of cool. Cool little feature there. Some decisions to be made, as I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. Because I can tell you this, Pidgey is probably going to be useless. And Rattata, for the most part, is probably going to be useless. My hope really was that Nidoran female was going to learn Double double kick. So maybe we are going to do our Mountain Moon style. Normally when I enter Mountain Moon, I like to make sure everybody's level 15. Maybe for this run here, before I fight Rock, I will make everybody level 15 and kind of see what we have, because off the top of my head, I'm remembering that Onyx is level 14. So let's just try to be at least one level higher or even with Onyx. And that's kind of the way we're going to end up having to play this. I'm not really sure what else to do. We have another animal joining us, and our dog Sam. You might hear him sniffing around. Now, I still think this is part of round 2, so I don't think that Nidoran male is catchable. Yes, she does learn double kick in this version. That must have been updated. So, that's really good news, because it means we do have something super effective against Brock. I do like that they throw Nidoran male right on this route, or right on route 2, in front of Brock's, in front of Pewter City, I should say, as kind of a last ditch attempt to give you a Pokemon with a fighting type move. I don't know how you guys feel, but personally, I'm kind of a little annoyed with the color changes that keep happening between areas. Like, I kind of understand what they're trying to go for differentiating things. And I don't know, it's just kind of annoying me that I go from this bright green, which I think is supposed to, Viridian City is like, what, the city of endless green or something. And then you go to Pewter City and everything is green. And it's just kind of, I don't really like the contrast between all this bright green and then all of a sudden I just run into this area and it's just complete gray and white everywhere. But I don't know, that's just me. It doesn't make the game bad or anything. So we're just going to try to get everybody up to level 15, I guess. Which I normally do before I enter Mountain Moon anyway. Okay, wow. PG has really disabled Nidoran there. All of the sand attacks. Must be close to level 15 with Nidoran. At the very least, Nidoran female, I should say. Alright, we got our level 15 there. So here comes Pidgey. Wow, Pidgeys are doing lots of damage to each other. Like I kind of been saying here, we're just trying to really be safe here. I also wasn't even sure if female Nidoran was going to learn double kick. They did give it to her in this version. It's not something that she got at least this early on in Pokemon Green. And probably by default being red and blue. But again, it probably has to do with balancing issues from the start of the game, since they can throw Pikachu at you. And then you'll find trying to make this go as quickly as possible so I can squeeze in Brock for you guys. And once we beat Brock, I think that will be the end of this. For now, I am really, really hoping that volume-wise, that this has balanced out, because I'm a little concerned. Because as I watch both bars of audio, obviously both the game volume and my volume, my microphones on my laptop are very high. So I'm just hoping that this has worked the way I wanted it to. Otherwise I'm going to feel really bad, because I'm sure some of you guys want to hear the music. Some of you guys will always want my voice volume to be higher. So it's just a balancing act, and this is my first time trying to run it like this. Eventually I would like to get video up as well, but that will come another day. I also don't have the highest end laptop in the world, and I know at one point I already kind of got a warning. So I just don't want to give it too much to do at once. It's kind of what my concern with live streaming is as well. That we're just not going to enjoy it. So, but we'll see. Video hopefully in due time will come out. Here come the sand tags. They're always fun. Luckily we got a critical hit there, because we were actually out. Okay, another good lucky critical hit. Ooh. So that's always a handy move to have too, is poison powder. Definitely help wear down Brock's Pokemon, but kind of hoping with us being level 15 that it's not going to really be a strategy we employ for the most part. Nothing wrong with using poison powder. It's a little, well, we'll just use tackle. Confusion's kind of definitely handy for all the Nidoran's being around. And they're giving okay EXP at level 6. I have the Mankeys are obviously getting higher. Well, we'll just get rid of Harden. We'll kind of give... Could always use the different, especially the paralyzation status in these things. Will definitely help with catching Pokemon. I definitely don't mind having it on 2 Pokemon. Just because if Pikachu is low on HP or something, and then the Butterfree come out with paralyzation with, not as much risk. I always like to, it's always good to have at least 2. But 2 Pokemon, that can use some status of these moves. One more level to get with Butterfree, and I think that will be 2 of our team members, 2 out of 5, who will have hit level 15. Alright. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm thinking with poison powder, it stuns for. I just think maybe I'll get some flack for this, and rightfully so. You know, who has something to say too. I'm just gonna keep what I have. Butterfree is one of those. Oh, actually, I was wrong. We have 3. We have 3 sitting at level 15. So we have Pikachu and Rattata. Oh, Pewter got quick attack. So, interesting move now. Although, you do have special. Alright, do your thing, Pikachu. Critical hits are always nice now. We'll do this faster. Oh, paralyzed. Level 12. I just kind of want to get through this for you guys. I definitely want to get Brock done soon here and squeeze that in. Said this a couple times now. After we beat Brock, that will be the end of this first episode here. We're really approaching what I wanted to be my maximum limit at an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 22 minutes in at this point. There's obviously nothing stopping us from going over that limit. So, I mean, we are going to hit Rock in, but I just didn't want this video to go on too long. Because we got a good critical hit in there and a level up, because I think that was our last Thunder Shot. So, I am really glad, though, we got Double Kick. I am going to say that. I've said this a lot during this episode, but I just wouldn't have had that much fun with Brock if I didn't have it. Although I do know Butterfree can do some things with Confusion as well, so that's a good backup option. And we have some powders to use too. Thundercore and Poison Powder kind of help us out. Oh, level 7. I guess I hadn't noticed if we had been running into level 7 before. We are getting some level 6 and 7. It's some good critical hits. Definitely would like to see more. Oh, we'll heal quick. So we'll get kind of low. PP. Now, I don't think Pikachu can... Does Pikachu learn Thunderbolt naturally in this game? I'm not quite sure. Pikachu is trying to learn Double Team. We'll give it Double Team. Alright guys, let's work on our last Nuzlocke of the group here. I think Rattata should go a little bit faster than what we've been seeing. We're hoping. Maybe not. I don't remember what level Rattata was its first thing, but that's always a handy one to have, especially early in the game. Won't help us out a lot against Brock, but I've had some Rattatas during other game playthroughs, basically probably could run through a lot of Mount Moon by himself against trainers anyway. By having that thing. So it is a pretty handy early game move. In fact, I would argue that one of the biggest early game challenges is against that Raticate at the bottom of Mount Moon that Team Rocket has. That has the thing. You wouldn't think so, but it's definitely a big early in-game challenge. I'm not sure what the way Team Rocket is set up in the yellow version. It's going to be in this game. The yellow version's kind of odd, especially since I haven't played it for so long. It's already kind of throwing me off a little bit with like the fact that nobody had a Weedle and it kind of routes. Pokemon are placed on different routes, and some of the movesets are changed for yellow version. So it's kind of throwing me a little bit off at times. But I will say this, I do like yellow versions. It kind of has updated sprites. I like the coloring of the sprites as well. Oops, I guess we're quick tag. So there are some really nice things. Pikachu's voice is kind of cool. You haven't looked at it. Pikachu's pretty happy right now. The fact that you can kind of see what Pikachu's feeling or and all that kind of stuff is kind of cool. I also like that Pikachu follows you. That's something that kind of disappeared from the games for a while. But always seems to be a feature that pops its head up every once in a while. Trying to get Rattata up to level 15. Now, as the last game of Gen 1, I am wondering how you guys, if it's your favorite of the first Gen games or not. It's probably not mine. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. I'm gonna stay with the very beginning of the the Japanese green and blue versions might be my favorite. Oh, and there is our Hyper Fang, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. I really like this movie. But the Japanese green and reds, I have to stick with the beginning of the series and say that those were probably my favorites because they're just a different experience to me. Way different sprites, different route placements, different in-game trades, all just way different than what we had and knew. I guess you could argue, well, Pokemon Yellow follows that, but I don't know. It's just those two for me will always be kind of special. You know, having the opportunity to play them. They're just something really different compared to what we're used to anyway. And I would implore people to check it out. You know, watch the green video and just check out some of those sprites. Some of them are kind of funny. They're not the prettiest sprites, but it's just interesting to see where they came from. Where the series, I should say, came from that started, and just how it is different looking. The Pokemon and all that. From what we got in the States as our first games. Yeah, Blue agrees. So guys, we have everybody at level 15. I suppose we will go check out Brock's gym, where he has one minion stationed. Let's see how many Pokemon he has, because I know he has Sandshrew. In green version he had a Dig as well. I don't know if that's like normal. Oh yeah, it must be normal. So So here's Diglett. We're gonna go with Butterfree. Confusion. Hopefully one hit. Close. Scratch. Pretty much did nothing. There's Sandshrew. The Sandshrew sprite in this game, that's kind of cool. Kind of looks like he's gonna charge you and maybe curl up. I know Sandshrew can use rollout, I think. And he likes to curl up into a ball and roll around. I could be wrong, but I probably remember that being a thing. Alright. Well, why not start out with Nidoran female? I've been talking about double kick the whole episode. The whole first episode of the Nuzlocke here. Alright. Now my question is, in yellow version, does Geodude get rock throw early? Because that's why I didn't want to set up Butterfree first anyway. So Geodude should be dead after one hit here. Alright, Geodude's down, and that should leave us with Onix, who I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know. Level 12 in this game. Okay. In Pokemon Green, at least, and I keep referencing the Japanese games because those are the ones I've been playing very recently. He's 14. In this game, he's 12. And we still have the annoying wraps and binds in this game where we can. I don't know if anybody else ever found that super annoying. Oh, great. I don't know if this game is the same where if the first portion of the attack gets a critical where they all get criticals. Let's hope not. But we'll see now if this is also a critical. Okay. At least it's not seemingly programmed to use bind the whole time. And we're not going to be able to move. Okay, well that's your death cry. Onix just unleashed its death cry. That was its final move. And that is the end of Brock. I took you for granted. And we have the Boulder Badge. Our first official badge. We can now use Flash, which we'll be needing for Cave. And he will give us TM34. Don't worry, Brock, we will take good care of your technique vibe. We will probably not be using it. It will forever be stored in our backpack. Let us take a look at our names. G-Flan, of course, he got here before me, that bastard. Alright guys, I'm going to make that the end of this first Nuzlocke episode for the English version of Pokemon Yellow. I am really hoping this commentary has come through alright. But I implore you guys, if this is your first time watching, to please check out the videos in Japanese and look at those games. You know, some of them do have English translations, and in fact, I played Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 in its fan translation in English. So check out that video as well for sure anyway. And keep an eye on this channel. We will be doing the rest of this Nuzlocke, hopefully with commentary, if everything turned out alright. And we'll be finishing the English version here as our Nuzlocke for yellow. So I will probably be doing red and blue in Japanese just to showcase the differences. I mean, blue version is necessarily not really like a cosmetic difference, but there's some, I think there's still some route changes with Pokemon appearing in different areas, and definitely the in-game trades are kind of different, and that mainly has to do with the way that, like I said, the original Japanese green and red differed with version exclusives a little bit, and all that mumbo jumbo. And if you didn't know, actually originally Pokemon Blue in Japan was not a retail game. And I could be wrong in saying that later it was, but originally Pokemon Blue was released, I don't remember if it was like Koro. It was released as a members only item or something, through one of those magazines anyway. It was not an official, retail release, at least right off the bat. That could have changed, but I'm not entirely sure for later in its life. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you subscribe or comment and leave some feedback for the first video with commentary. So, alright guys, thank you. Spun and go.